Good.
Oh, there's the
Hello.
boo-boo.
Oh, Bailey Boo. Here's the Boo Boos and Kitty. Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Book Art Media Weekly Writing Group. And I hope you're doing well. We've got Sarah here. We've got Deb right below. And right now we've got Alisa in the chat. We have a Boo Boos and Kitty. And we're here to just talk about, what we accomplished this week with writing, what our goals are, the progress we're making. And just, cheer each other on and be positive. And apparently we are a very cat-heavy group. Dog owners are welcome. We like all the fur babies. But anyway, hello everybody. All right, Deb, you said you got some writing done this week.
I did. I'd had a little blockage where I was trying to get I have two main characters that are going to have a love interest going, and I was having trouble figuring out if he was going to get into the fantasy that she experienced. So it would take the thing into a whole different direction. But then I decided, no, he's developed into a very analytical kind of a person, so it wouldn't work for him to go to her fantasy. So I decided just to make it her fantasy that she can share with him to open his mind. So that's the direction I'm hoping to take it. And so then I got the 641 words, which is a miracle. Yay me!
It's been a rough couple of weeks. Getting writing done these last couple of weeks has been brutal.
Oh yeah,
brutal.
Yeah.
Aletha, he's just saying, howdy everyone. Hope your holidays were lovely. Rebecca says, hey guys, I won't be able to join today. No words for me this week. Plan to do at least 3,000 words before next week. Thanks for continuing to handle this. So excellent. Did you get some writing done this week, Aletha? Let us know. I do know that the biggest news, someone has very big news.
Hi. I finished the book this week. So, yay.
Yay, Sarah.
Thank you. And when I say I finished it this week, I mean like literally I finished it about an hour ago. About an hour and a half ago.
Great.
But you know what? I'm taking it. So I was like, finish the book, slap on lipstick, run to the writing group. It's a good day. Yes. So
put on cat ears.
Yes. Put on cat ears.
Very
Meow. We're doing it. So yes.
Perfect. I love that.
Perfect. Congratulations. Well done.
Thank you.
How does it feel?
It feels wonderful. Thank you, Aletha. It feels wonderful. I still have a lot to do. This book is supposed to drop February 9th. Before it drops, I've already sent it to beta readers today. As soon as I get that back, I have to send it to the editors. And once that's done, I have to format it. But before I drop it, I need to have the first chapter of the sequel done in the back matter. And I need to have a reader magnet done and uploaded on BookFunnel with a link to that in the back matter. And so that's another 10,000 words right there. So I need this next week to get about 14,000 words done this next week.
Whoa, that's a lot.
So what are you going to do with all your free time? Hello, Allison.
Hi, Allison.
Hey,
Allison. Did you hear Sarah's news?
No, what is this?
Finished the book this week. Thank you.
Fantastic.
Thank you. So, but like I was saying, I still have, with all the prep to get ready for publishing and the extra stuff I have to put in the back, I still have another 13,000 words to do this next week. So, but that's okay. We'll get it done. Yes, Aletha, right. You are absolutely correct. Nothing like panic to motivate you. Yes. Speed racer panicking. Words. Yes. Thank you, Jenny. I appreciate you.
Aletha did say in the in the chat, I've accomplished a big squat all this week for real writing, but I did work on the outline and notes a bit. Hey, progress is progress, and it all counts. It all gets you closer to your dream. So, hello, Jenny. Hello. Oh, the kitten. So, anyway, all right. One thing I was going to, my little show and tell this week. I didn't talk about this last week, did I? Sarah, about the the voice on my iPad?
No.
Okay. All right. Sorry. I don't know what it is with this. I have this. I'm fortunate enough to have an iPad. Oh, Impish Artist, hello. I'm going to be a voyeur if that is okay. Absolutely. Absolutely. All right. I'm fortunate enough to, and I feel blessed. And one of the things I discovered was.
So they're going to be pushed back.
No. Thank you. Thank you, Sheila. But no, I don't need your tarot reading right now. One thing I discovered on here is that for some reason like that's when I'm writing. Let me see if this thing will clear up or not. Make it, because I do. Give it a second. Yeah, this is when I'm writing. This is what my manuscript looks like. This is how I do it. This one. And it did 2 columns and small text. But anyway, one of the things I discovered was that the voice on here, that if you have it read to you, the voice is really good on this. It's much better than like on my computer, to the point where I'm just trying to. It's made it a lot more fun to write some and then listen to it. And then write some, and it's almost like it's being performed kind of thing. It's because it's so much a better. I mean, still a mechanical voice, but it's not as bad.
Does it come with your tablet?
It did, but I talked to Sarah, and Sarah was checking because you have a Mac, don't you? And she couldn't find this voice that's like this. Hang on, I'll just see. Hang on, let me just highlight a little paragraph. Okay. And if I hit review, wait, go away. Suddenly it's not letting me. Talk amongst yourselves. I'll be just a second here.
What kind of device is that she has?
It's an iPad.
It's an iPad.
Oh, it's an iPad.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So it's an Apple product.
Well, one of the problems I ran into also is that usually the keyboard that comes up is like this big, and I did something and now it's covering the bottom and I can't make it smaller. But
while she's working on that, Allison, were you able to get your deadline by Friday?
Yes, I did. Yes.
Very
Thankfully,
cool.
Thank you. Thankfully, I had written most of it in a rough draft back in December, and then I would go back and just take look a little bit here, look a little bit there, and then it was I had a couple of things that just happened. Life happens, and on the 14th, it's like, oh shoot, this is due tomorrow. So I stayed up all night the 14th until 5 o'clock in the morning. Got up, continued on it. Thank God it was only supposed to be 1,200 words. So it was manageable. But as I was doing it, I realized that I don't know I don't know how I'm supposed to format something for submission. I just had written it, but it was like I wasn't. I need to read some more craft books about where you put the parentheses and the commas and the spacing for the you know what's going on, the action and then the dialogue kind of thing. And so it taught me a lot about what I don't know.
Hey, that's okay. That's okay.
That is good.
Sometimes that's what things are there for, is to teach us what we don't know. So,
Yeah.
but
That's what mine's
I'm
doing
so
for
proud
me.
of you. That is fabulous. That is absolutely
This reminded
fabulous.
Thank you. So I'm really excited about doing another submission for them, because Chicken Soup for the Soul seems to be something that it's, for me, it's manageable. 1,200 words is manageable, and it forces me to be very succinct and to go the first time it was like I was at 2,000 some odd words, like, well, what can I possibly take out, and then it's like it's cut. So
That's so great, though.
Thank you, Aspie.
You made me think of a question I have. Oh, for you who are because Allison, I'm way behind you when it comes to formatting or things like that. I'm wondering about dialogue. I have a section where, a lot of times you'll see dialogue that's just kind of lined up and it goes back and forth. One character says it and then the next line is the other character says it. And I wonder, is that something that a person should try to put in throughout, like construct the novel so that your dialogue always runs like that? Or should you put it in certain places where you have some heavy duty back and forth? Or anybody have an opinion on that?
I don't quite understand the question.
Oh,
I'm sorry.
Sorry. Well, okay. For instance, I've got, say you got two characters and they're talking. One says one line, so the dialogue is on that first line. And then you go down to the second line and the other character, that's them speaking. And then you go down to the next line and that's the first one again. So you've got dialogue that's just kind of stacked,
Okay.
as opposed to he said, quote, blah, 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 end quote. She said, blah, 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 end quote. You know what I'm saying? Does that make better sense?
So you're wondering if you have to use tags all the time?
Yeah, I'm just wondering
Are you
if
talking about using a dialogue tag? That's what the he said, she said, the tag, the dialogue tag. Are you saying like writing without them? Or
I just wonder if, like, you may have a situation where you have two people going back and forth, and it might be good to stack it like that without the tags.
Oh, yeah.
But then, is it better to try to make it so that all of the interactions happen that way, or do you mix it up?
The basically what the tags are there for is if the reader's going to get confused. And if you don't need them, you definitely don't want to put them in. And if you have two people who have very clearly defined voices or viewpoints, that the reader is like, okay, this person, okay, these are two people that are arguing about politics.
Yeah.
This person's saying all of these Democratic things. This person's saying all these Republican things. You're not going to need tags. There are only two people, and the reader's going to be able to follow exactly who's saying what. Or I want this to happen. I don't want this to happen. Now, if they are talking about something, they're both talking about somebody else, and where it's a little more murky, then especially when you have someone who's they're saying a lot, where you've actually had to create like a second paragraph of dialogue for them. So you leave off the end quotes on that paragraph, and you do once you start, it starts getting more complicated like that. Certainly, or with where it's a little murkier who would say what, then you really do need to put them in. Stephen King also says that I think it was Stephen King who was saying that he said and she said is perfectly fine. You don't have to do, it doesn't have to be this big complicated thing.
Oh, okay.
I try to remind myself of that sometimes, because I'm always, what can I do? What else can I say? So Aletha's saying, I think it just depends on what you're trying to accomplish. Okay.
Oh, okay.
And Aspie Third Eye is saying, I use both dialogue and narrative. Okay, so that's...
Yeah, mine has both. Mine is both. Yeah.
Yeah.
But I had a scene where they seem to go back and forth, and so I thought, well, maybe I should be stacking it instead of saying he said, she said.
Oh yeah, you don't have to. If the reader can figure it out who's talking, don't put it in.
Okay, great.
That's my experience.
Thank you for helping to pick that apart for me.
I love this stuff. I'm a complete book nerd, or writing nerd, I should say. Anyway, I got this thing working finally. Sorry. All right, so I've just got this paragraph here, and I'm just going to, if that's all right, I'm just going to get it to read so you can hear this voice. I just highlighted a couple of paragraphs. Let me see.
This reminded her of the night her old boss had decided to sober himself up and wake the team up with what he had said were triple espressos. Ivy suspected he had only said triple because he didn't know the right words for 5, 6, or 7 shots all at once. On the way back down, after boxing up an entire general fiction section at a speed.
So I'm finding it's like turning into a game, and I'm loving this. Because it's like I write like 500 words or something, and it's like, oh, and I listen. And so it
it's like instant audiobook.
Exactly, instant audiobook. But I'm just finding that it because if it's just quiet and I'm just staring at text on a page, I get tired faster. Yeah. But this kind of gamifies it. And so now it's like, plus, holy cats, am I catching mistakes? Our brains literally, our brains literally fill in words they think should be there. There's a relatively interesting thing that because of where our optic nerves are in our eyes, we literally have a blind spot right in the center of our vision. Completely blind in this tiny little spot right in the middle. But we've had it all of our lives, and literally what our brains are doing is they're filling it in. Constantly filling it in based on what else is around. Wow. And so we're not aware of it, but it's there. And that's why there's a certain you can find it on it's an optical illusion thing where it's actually like a grid with like a dot on it and what have you. But if you look at it just so, because the grid has lines, your brain it literally erases it doesn't pick up the circle, the little dot. It doesn't pick up the dot at all, and it just gives you grid. It fills in where there isn't grid, or
that is so cool.
So there was a reason I was telling you guys that. Anyway, we've got this. Oh, our brain fills it in. That's it. That's what I was going to say. So your brain is constantly filling things in so you can try to judge what's going to happen next, or what's going on, try to figure out what's going on. And so when you're reading something, you'll swear up and down and you put that word in. You put that the or an a or door. I had a thing right here. It was just like, she closes the and and went outside with the, and I didn't have the word door, but I read it and read it and read it. Fine. And it was only once I heard it that it was like, and I got and looked, and it was like, I was missing words. So that's another thing this is great for. Aspie Third Eye is saying natural reader lets me catch most of my errors by listening. Yep. I'll switch on Graham. Good old Graham over at Natural Reader and turn him up loud while I wash dishes or something. Errors are like slaps, easily found.
I use the audio at work, because we have a good one on our company's computer. And also when I write, it makes it sound really impressive too. So it's a big ego boost, but it's nice to catch the mistakes.
Mm-hmm. Impish Artist says Lewis Black read one of my rants. It was so cool to hear it read. Oh, and especially Lewis Black. He's hysterical.
That is awesome. That is completely awesome.
And Impish Artist, just so you know, you now officially have street cred. On these mean streets, you have street cred around here. That is awesome. That's amazing. Okay. SB Third Eye saying I left out a whole paragraph once. If it goes through my mind translates the memory of the thought to a memory of writing it down. Luckily, I still remembered verbatim and added. Impish Artist, I think the brain processes things differently when taken in through different senses. That's true. I think it's Allison, perhaps, or someone. If you're not speaking or taking part in the conversation, if you wouldn't mind muting your microphones, that would help. Thank you. Appreciate it. Thank you. But you're more than welcome. Please don't think I'm like pushing you out.
No worries. No worries.
Okay. Let's see here. Impish Artist, I'm not worthy. Nah. Kevin. Hey, Kevin. Thanks, panel. I find the talks informative and appreciate any tips on areas needing improvement. All. Moreover, gleaning a nugget or two each week helps me recognize my only limitation is imagination. Oh, Kevin. Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. My tagline on Twitter for my personal account is everything's possible with imagination and typing. And so, absolutely. So, welcome.
And caffeine. Yeah.
And caffeine. That's true.
And caffeine. Yes.
Doesn't that
imagination,
go
typing, caffeine? Yeah, right.
Exactly. All right. So, yeah, but anyway, I was amazed. I thought this would just be like the regular voice, but I was really pleasantly surprised. So it may seem silly, but I've like gamified this. Yes, Squeaker Bunny. What do you think? Would you like to read it for me? I can just imagine something read in Bailey Boo's voice. He has the highest pitch. Can you guys hear that?
I heard him say yes. I think he wants to.
Yes, there we go. He has the highest pitch voice. Hello, sweetheart. All right. So I did write down last week. People were the things that people wanted to get done. So Allison met her deadline. Yay! 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 Okay. Miss Sarah. Whew. Let's see here. Manuscript done by January 16th. Done. We have two of our writers who set their goals and boom. And let's see here. Lynette isn't with us today. She wants her first draft done by April 30th. Oh, Lynette, paging Lynette. And let's see. There's Christine doesn't have a deadline. And Yellow. All right, so that's all I've got down here. Deb, you hadn't said, does anybody have any goals they want to go on record with here? So we can praise you next week. Anybody?
13K.
Oh, okay. Sarah?
Yep, 13K. I've got to have that story done. I've got to have the reader magnet done and the first chapter of the sequel done by next Saturday.
Okay. The story, the reader magnet, and chapter 1. 13K. Got it.
I think I can try for 600 more, maybe. I'm still
Okay.
studying for the PMP again.
All right, 600 more words. Okay. All right. Allison, you're muted.
Okay. I think I find every time I go onto the other page to put into the chat that when I come back, I'm unmuted. So it's confusing to me a little bit. But anyway, my goal is going to be to write another story for Chicken Soup for the Soul. And this one's on, it's on Alzheimer's and dementia. So that's, I believe the deadline for that is January 31st. So I'm going to get started on that. And now that I know what it takes to get to 1,200 words, I think I've, just go ahead and spew all over the page and then, pat it,
Yeah.
into shape.
This is great. This is exactly why I wanted this group, because it's great stuff like this. Great stuff with you guys. It's like, yeah, got it. Doing this, getting it done. Moving forward, getting things published, or, it's amazing. You guys are amazing.
I wanted to find out, because as I finished writing it, I realized there's like a whole lot of other things that I can be like running these words through to get some more polish to it. So for example, I downloaded Grammarly, I guess it is, which uncovered a shite ton of errors that I had no, it's like, how did I let that slip? Like you were saying about the blind spot in your where your eyes meet or something. But thinking that the words are really there. So is there something else? Because it seems to me like there's another couple of other programs that would be helpful too. And I was thinking, the writing group must know.
Yeah. The first place I go is HemingwayApp.com.
Hemingway. Okay.
And it's HemingwayApp.com. And run-on sentences, very hard to read sentences. Oh, it points those out for me all the time. Plus, all the other grammatical things. So that's where I start. Grammarly's quite good, but I started out Hemingway app.
Okay.
Okay, Allison, what are the names of the writing apps that will read to you? Let's see. There's Natural Reader in Word. I don't know if you're using well, actually, Microsoft Word will read to you. Doesn't Google Docs read to you? I know you can use speech to text, but I want to say that Google Docs will read to you.
I think so. I think so. I think they might.
Would you mind having a quick look, Sarah?
On it. Y'all keep talking.
Thank you. Okay. Impish Artist, my rant is on Audible. Season 2 of The Rant is due. I love that. Oh, kitty. Oh, good kitty. That was a good kitty. Oh, sweetie. The Rant is due. Episode 4, the last one. Oh, I've gotta go listen to that. That is awesome. Kevin, hello, Parade Wave. Hello, Kevin. Yay, you guys. Okay, okay, so here we go. All right. Aletha is saying, I want to get this mystery novel done by March 31st. It isn't a weekly goal, but it's a goal. Weekly, I'm aiming for 5K. I love it. Love it. Okay, Aletha is, all right, mystery by March 31st. Okay. March 31st. And 5K a week. All right, got it. You can do it. You're the Aletha, you nailed. You just walked in and you were like, NaNoWriMo, done. You can do it. We know you can do it. Okay. Ginny,
Is this the novel that Aletha was working on for NaNoWriMo?
I don't know. Let us know, Aletha. Aspie Third Eye saying that many text-to-speech. Okay, so Natural Reader from NaturalSoft. Ginny is saying, I'm working on a blog post. I've done all the work and pictures, so I'm ready to write and post. That's the goal for the week. Okay, Ginny is doing a blog post. Excellent, excellent. Blog post. Love it. Okay, and let's see here. Impish Artist, thank you so much for letting me join you today. Oh, thank you for being here. Best wishes for great success. Aspie Third Eye started a poem. Not so much about tempos and meters. I just aim for contemporary jazz. I like that. Jazz. Well, that's what the Beat Poets did. You know, why not? So Aspie Third Eye. Let's write a poem this week. Excellent, excellent. All right, got that down. And Kevin, hey, Kevin's saying, you ladies blow me away. My entire first effort is only 15,000 words and literally took me 4 months to peck out. 5K a week, not for all the tea in China, no way. I understand. It's, yeah. But I think there are I think there are some of we want to be commercial writers, or we really want publication. So that's kind of that's why we push ourselves so hard. But hey, it's not like I've got 30 books out there, so everybody starts somewhere. Anyway, Aletha's saying yes, it is the same novel, nano novel. So you've already got 50,000 words. That's awesome. That's awesome. Yes. All right, Sarah, I'm so sorry.
Please. No, you're fine. You're fine. You can turn on accessibility in Google Docs, and it gives you an option for to read the selection. And so you just highlight whatever you're typing and then click the button under accessibility, and it will read it to you if it's working correctly. But it's there.
Accessibility on Google Docs, because I'll put these links together. Accessibility gotcha. On Google Docs, we'll read to you.
Yes.
Microsoft Word, we'll read to you. Trying to think who else. And we talked about Grammarly and Hemingway app. Okay. .com. All right. All right, so I'll be able to put all of these in there. So, all right, excellent. Oh, Allison's back. There we go. Are you back, Allison?
I'm back.
Excellent, excellent.
Hey, hi, Allison.
All right.
Hello again.
So, all right. Well, we've got our goals for the week. We've got some new cool things to play with. Aletha, does Scrivener read? I've never looked. Good question.
Is anybody like proficient at Scrivener?
Sarah? I can see Sarah is saying, hang on. All right. I've used it a bit, but I don't use it regularly anymore. But it's amazing.
I've been using it in a way, but it's not the way it's supposed to be used. I don't know.
Okay.
Scrivener will read to you. You just can't stop it, because that's why I was like, because I couldn't get it to stop. I highlighted an article and I hit play, and it started. And I was like, oh, okay. But then there's not a stop button, so I'm like, crap. And I had just opened a random scene, and when I just opened up my manuscript, and guys, this is a romance, so I had just opened up a random scene. I wasn't paying any attention and highlighted something and hit play. I did not want to hear that right now while we're in the middle of book club. So, okay, this has been awesome. But yes, Scrivener will read to you in a very robotic male voice that you cannot turn off until he has said what he's there to say. So, yay.
Is this a steamy romance? Sort of the robotic voice describing a steamy?
Yeah.
That's even better.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like in Shrek. Oh, your donkey talks. It's getting him to shut up. That's the problem.
Exactly.
Yes. Oh, awesome. That's funny.
Can I ask if anyone's had any experience with, I think it's called Readsley or Readly or something? Because it seems, is it Readsy?
I thought it was Readsy, but I don't, it's been so long.
I think it's Readsy. Yeah.
Readsy, and they seem to have like contests every week for certain topics, like a little short story thing. Has anyone had any experience with that?
I haven't. Have you, Sarah?
I've heard of them, but I haven't done it. Yes, Aletha, that was an adventure in Scrivener. Yes. But no, I've heard of Readsy, and I think that they do that, but I've never participated in it myself.
They have a lot of stuff on YouTube that's educational.
Yeah, the woman who's she's got the Readsy YouTube channel. Is she associated with the Readsy on the net, or is she something separate? I've never been able to figure that out, but I haven't looked too closely. So, yeah, I let's see, trying to think what else. Oh, I'm so sorry. My case is on his bed, and he just laid down on it. Like, fine, I'll just hunch in this corner. I'm sorry. Sorry. All right. That's so funny. Now I'm a Scrivener. I'm not going near it. It's just, wow. All right. Well, I think that's going to be it for today, unless somebody has something else they wanted to add. Oh, please do. Please do.
So Sarah, do you use Scrivener a lot? Do you recommend it?
Yes, I write everything in Scrivener. So
okay.
Yes,
And
ma'am.
how long did it take you to get up to being comfortable with it? It's like it's a large learning curve on it.
Not too terribly long. It took me, to be, if I had to measure it in word count, it took me about 3,000 or 4,000 words total, playing around in it and moving stuff and whatnot before it became second nature. So,
Okay.
yeah. Scrivener is my jam when he's not reading to me like that. So, but yeah, Scrivener is my favorite.
Because it said something about you can put something into the manuscript also.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I type everything up in scenes and then I compile it, and it'll either compile it into an ebook or into a Word document, or whatever, or a PDF, whatever you tell it to compile it into. And so then you put it all together, and there you go. Bob's your uncle. But I learned a lot of everything as far as Scrivener goes. I watched a lot of YouTube videos on how to format everything and get it how I wanted it. There are some people that do some really awesome things in Scrivener that I have no idea how to do. I've got a friend of mine who uses Scrivener and sets her daily goal count, and it keeps up and pops up on her screen throughout the day and tells her to keep writing. I don't know
Wow.
how to make Scrivener do that. So that's a whole new thing, but she learned it from watching YouTube. So
Okay.
Wow. What programs do you all use to do your writing in? Sarah uses Scrivener.
I'm
I use
using Word
Microsoft
and the
Word.
notes on my phone.
How do you get the notes on your phone into Word?
I copy it and I send it to myself in an email. So I copy it, paste it into the body of an email, and then I copy it out of my email. So I can only do it in little chunks. And then I paste it into
Okay.
Word.
Whatever works. What about you, Allison? What have you been using?
Well, I started writing in Scrivener, and then I had like other versions to do. So then I kind of transferred it over to Word, and then I was trying to transfer it from Word back to Scrivener, and then I had to like start a new project because I couldn't figure out where to put it in that one. And I'm still trying to figure out how to do the chapter thing in there. So I'm going to go find YouTube videos on Scrivener.
There you go. Let's see. Impish Artist, I guess, stepped away, but is back. Okay. And Aletha uses Scrivener. There we go. Kevin, are there any good talk-to-type apps to help type challenged people like me? Yes. Matter of fact, it's now built into Google Docs and Microsoft Word, that capability. If you are really into this, if you eventually are like, this is my jam, this is, I want to do a lot of speech to text, Dragon. Dragon, is it Dragon Naturally Speaking? I think it is, yeah. And that it's just on the PC. Can you get it for
yes, you can get it for Mac.
For Mac too.
Yeah.
But that's really good because you can say, correct this, just say the word and it'll highlight that, and you can turn that into whatever you need it to. It can go end of line, beginning of line. It gives you a lot more options of, you can add vocabulary and you can do all of this extra stuff. But generally speaking, yeah, I mean, even on my phone, there's a microphone button on the, if I go into an app where you can write on, whether it's, Microsoft OneNote or Word or Notion, or whatever it is, anywhere you can put in text, the keyboard that pops up at the bottom, there's a little tiny microphone. You hit that, and then the phone will transcribe some of that out. So there are various options. On my phone, I've used that a lot because I also use it for messages in Messenger and text messages and things like that. But it's mostly just getting thoughts down. I have to pull the stuff into Word, then I can start cleaning it up. So random capitalizations and, but
that's what I do for my notes. A lot of times I'll read into my notes section, but you have to watch out because autocorrect doesn't like your accent or something, and it makes some really bizarre combinations.
Yeah. And that's why, because I use speech to text so much, the older I get, the more it's like I don't have the brain power to do as much typing as I used to. But that's why I ended up getting, just trying to see if I have it handy, just which one. Yeah, because I've got Dragon, is it 15 or something? I mean, I think they're up to 15, something like that. Just having a quick look about Dragon. I personally have got it's by Nuance Dragon. I've got the professional individual and it was that, but I had to pay for that. But like Google Docs, just go into Google Docs, or if you're on your phone, you can find something to type into. Anyway, sorry, being long-winded. Kevin is saying I have a Dell desk and an iPad. There you go. There you go. Hey, well, if your iPad, if you've got Word, apparently the voice is really good. Sorry, Sarah, go ahead.
No. I was just gonna say, and Dragon was just bought out by Apple not that long ago, isn't that right? And did I remember?
I thought I heard something about that, but I'm not sure.
Yeah. So, there's going to be integrating all of that into the Apple products over the next couple of years. So, iPad users and Mac users and iPhone users rejoice. So, Kevin, it's coming. So,
before I do want to mention though, if anybody else has an iPhone, there is a Dragon app, specific Dragon app on here. But they first of all, they want it. I think they want like $15 a month or something to use it, but it doesn't work like the one on the PC. It doesn't work as well. You can't correct things as well. And I wrote out a whole screen of, in a bit for a scene I had in mind. And then I was trying to figure out what to do with it, where to send it, because you can't use it in other apps. I accidentally erased the whole thing. And there's no like undo button. And it was like, okay, we are done. we are done here. So unless you're feeling really, really brave, avoid the Dragon on the PC is the jam. The Dragon app on iOS, run away. Yes, Allison.
I came in a little late, but did you already mention how things are going with your story with the inn?
With me?
Yes.
I'm making progress, actually. It's amazing. I haven't been making progress for months, and now I find myself, it's like, I want to go back, because it's, again, gamifying it for me, where I hear it, and this back and forth is helping me immensely. So, yeah, I don't have a word count I can give you, but I've just been spending more time doing it and writing every day. And I haven't done that in ages. So I'm very excited. Very excited.
Your in series sounds like it could be a computer game. Maybe you should think about that for the future. We're going to need a bigger story, right?
Multimedia, why not?
Right.
Who gets to kill Howard or whatever?
Harold. Oh, poor Harold.
Oh,
all right, everybody.
I bet that'll right. Oh, Harold. Yeah. Who gets to kill Harold?
Yeah. All right, killing Harold. Well, he's kind of a jerk. But anyway, all right.
It'll be cathartic for people. Make him a Republican.
Yes. All right, everybody. Well, that is going to do it for this week. Thank you so much. This is I look forward to this. This is great. And all your great ideas and your help and everything. So please go after your dreams. Please express yourself. And keep being you. That's the point. Be you. Be beautiful. All right. So you
be best.
Be best. Yes, and be best.
I couldn't help it. I'm sorry.
Thank you, Sebastian, and everybody else. You all are wonderful.
Yeah, it's like Becca's. I don't give a blank about Christmas. And if you guys heard Becca on House of,
she doesn't like roses either.
Oh, yeah, she doesn't like roses either. But Becca on House of Lenormand, her Melania impression is hysterical.
Yes, hysterical.
Don't give a blank about Christmas. A blank about Christmas. Anyway, all right, everybody. Imbashar's Toodaloo Caribou. Love that. All right, and we'll see you next week.
Under a new administration.
Yay! All right, see you guys later.
Thank you. Bye.